Shalom. First, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the Akim pushing this word in sincerity and truth. This is the Ak Kazak from GMS Jamaica. And we come to you live, with another lesson, right? And first I want to say, this is some beautiful times that we're in, right? Some very beautiful times we're in, seeing because it like scriptures exploding right now. Seeing the scriptures, the prophecies them are explode. You know what I mean? Like never before. Right? Yeah, we see prophecies, but this is a time where, you know what I mean, where if brothers was having trouble getting this thing, or the whole thing where we are going through right now, this this is a real faith builder, right? For lack of a better term, which that's the best term I can find, right? Seeing the time that we know, seeing all these things that take place, it's a real faith builder, right? Especially for me, speaking for me personally, I mean, other brothers probably have the same sentiments, right? But the events them where take place right now, some real faith building events. Seeing like you literally, as me hear brothers I say, the scriptures basically a walk out of the pages. Right? The prophecies basically a step out of the Bible. Seeing? And as me said that, the first precept I go read right now, seeing is 9, right? It says, he answered me then, second is just 9 and 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Right? And seeing these prophecies and the signs them are come to pass, we know that we're definitely in at the time where the Lord Yahweh Shemel shine. I go step in. Seeing we're this close. Seeing we're in it. Right? Now, just as a disclaimer, what I mean, even though we're in some exciting times, right, brothers still have to be careful and still have to be vigilant. Seen, because any card can play. Seen, but right now, based off of what things will take place, this to me, this is it. Seen, no, as we say, brothers have to be careful, because it's not gonna be a 2 day or a 2 weeks thing. You know what I mean? It's gonna be drawn out, right? It gonna take a while. You see me? It gonna take a while, right? But just for brothers, just stay focused, right? And just stay that burst of energy where you get at the last part of the race, seeing that's how we have now. That's how we're supposed to, get now. Seeing, brothers, don't think that this is gonna be like a 2 day or a 2 week or a 1 month thing, right? It can draw out for a good while, right? But just know that, look, another major prophecy, right? Basically a step out of the scriptures. Seen. And right now, today's lesson, right, we are gonna focus on the whole on the cashless system we've been speaking of since forever, right? And we'll finally actually see, right, how this cashless society can come into being, right? we all know that this coronavirus pandemic, you know what I mean, right? This is a global thing. This is a worldwide thing, right? And the cashless society is supposed to be a worldwide thing as well. That's why you have the ID 2020, right? What again? ID 2020, right? Ah, Real ID, right? And all of them thing they out here in Jamaica, you have the NIDS, right? So basically all over the world I push the new ID system, right? Which basically ties right back into the whole cashless system, the whole cashless society scene. And right? And basically using this coronavirus scare, right? It very easy for ISA bringing the cashless system scene. And these are just a few short video clips, right? Depicting that scene. As I can see, the title says China disinfects, destroys cash in infected areas to prevent coronavirus spread. Saying
takes even more extreme measures to try to contain the virus. The central bank has devised a plan to deep clean China's cash. So the way this works is that cash is going to be sanitized with UV light. And then for 7 days, it'll be quarantined for most of the parts of China. But in the epicenter, the quarantine will be for 14 days. And then money that is in hospitals or comes from the market or public transportation at the epicenter is going to be destroyed. And by that, I mean, state media say that the money will be shredded, and then it's going to be packed into bricks and then sent to the local power plant where it's going to be incinerated and then turned into energy.
all right. So that's one. And here's another one. All right. It says the fear of, hold on, yes, okay. The fear of cash spreading the coronavirus, right, has urged governments, museums, and shops to stop using banknotes. Right. It says the Federal Reserve is quarantining dollars that it repatriates from Asia. China is disinfecting cash with ultraviolet and heat treatments. The Louvre is no longer accepting cash from visitors, and Iran urges its citizens to stop using cash money. Right? Although the virus mainly spreads from person to person, authorities are urging people to use contactless means of payment. Over concerns that the virus could spread through banknotes that have been handled by an infected person. Viruses can stay on various surfaces for up to 9 days and can be transferred if you touch your mouth, nose, or eyes. After touching a contaminated surface or object, the average life 4 to 15 years, meaning your cash could contain a lot of bacteria and viruses. Right? So yeah, this is another video coming out about certain institutions limiting or minimalizing, right, the use of cash, paper currency, right, or physical currency. Right? This video is 5 minutes. I'm not going to play the whole thing.
Cases, public anxiety also escalating. That includes concerns about using cash. Many worry it could actually be a source of transmission. Though many transactions are now contactless or digital, are we ready to go fully cashless? To discuss, we're joined by Jim McElvey, who's co-founder of payments firm Square and author.
Right. So basically, it's all over the news, right? The main talk right now is going cashless, seen, and it's all over, yo, right? Because you have a lot of people out there where in this time them prefer use them card, right? They rather shop by their card or to shop online, right, where they don't have to come in contact with potentially risky money for lack of a better term, right? So a lot of people gonna be willing, seen, to go the cashless route, yo, right? And these are the plans of the elite from day one, seen, to have the everything, the whole world, right, digitized, though, right, and making transactions cashless, right, digital transactions, see, and all of that goes right into the RFID chip. See, now, what could potentially happen is, right, we're basically there at the first stage, right, which is the self quarantine, right? Everybody being quarantined, and as if you notice, day by day, them lesser the no them lesser the number of um people, right, that can be in one secluded area at a time, right? Except for home, seen. Then um right, so they them carry it down from 20 to 10, seen. Then what else them do is, another thing that them do is that, look, social distancing, see, so them getting everybody in a real scared mode, yo, right? People scared of each other, right? And people scared to be out in public, see. So what you're gonna find is that you're gonna have less people out in public, which is easier control for them, right? Easier control for the forces, basically. You know what I mean? When others 10 or say 11 people, you know what I mean, it's easy for the force or for the police or whoever get them out. See? So it's like it's a sheep. It's a sheep thing, you know, them just a travel the path will get paved. See? And a lot of people are falling at that trap, yo. Right? This is, hey, the so-called white man is very patient. You see me? Right? This is the perfect situation for him bringing this cashless society. No, I'm not saying that it's gonna happen all at once, right? Because things take time, yo, right? No, you might have more people than usual where go the cashless route. See, everybody, so you don't know, say we all know that Sweden, right, was a lot of people in Sweden were already going cashless, or were going digital, right? Are taking the RFID microchip, right? But now that number is gonna go up by a lot more, right? Which was ultimately the plan of the elites in the first place, yo. Which is why I'm saying, this is the perfect scene, right, for them attack, right? Let me get another scripture real quick. Scene. Let's see. Yeah, cause hey, we've been a speak these things, yo. All right, we've been a speak these things. You know what I mean? And for see them actually are fulfilled before our eyes, yo, it's very beautiful. Right? This is 2 Ezra 15:1. It says, "Behold, speak in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, right? Which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord." Come. So when I see we out there in the highways and the byways, this is supposed to prove to you that, look, we weren't speaking our own words. Because as the scripture said, the Lord are going to put it in our mouth, yo. See? And we'll go out there, I will speak the words of prophecy, right? We speak about these things. We speak about the RFID microchip, right? We speak about the new identity system where them are coming with, the cashless system where them are coming with. See? Right? We through the spirit of the Lord, how about Shem Yahushai? Right? And see them are come to pass, you know. See in verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Right? It says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Right? So when we go out there, right, we might never did a see the thing that might take place at the same time, but we were getting through the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, right? While we are speak the things them where the Lord do for speak, right? We've been to do the research and we see the track record that everything basically a play out, yo. Seen, and now the thing just get bigger, right? So the things that we are speak basically are step out of the scriptures, yo. We can't stop say that. All right. It says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee." Right. So when we go out there and speak, we never really give a damn who did one believe or not. Seen, we just speak the words of the Lord Yahweh Shem shall give it. Seen, who is to hear will hear, right? Or who was to hear did hear, and who never did for hear just never hear, yo. Right? Which is why a majority of people right now in panic mode. So any little thing will come on the news or where government go just do it. Right? Anything, any so-called solution where them come up with, people are gonna run with it, yo, because everybody's scared of this dreaded coronavirus, right? We're no more deadly. That is no more deadlier than the freaking dengue fever, yo. Right? You have diseases and viruses out there were way more deadlier than this so-called coronavirus. That's besides the point, yo. Let's see here. It says, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness," right? See, so because they were unfaithful, in other words, what the Lord sent in prophets to speak, right? You're gonna die. You're gonna either die of famine or you're gonna die because you take the chip, right? Continue, says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction, right? And those coming very soon. Them they are gonna step out of the pages very soon. You know what I mean? It may take a while, it may look, but it's gonna be soon, yo. You know what I mean? We've been a wait upon them thing, yo. We've been a speak these things. Right? Verse 6, "For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." Con. You know what I mean? And hey, the more you do, the more you go out in a society, man, and out and about amongst these people, right? The more you see the wickedness just a increase and a increase, yo. Seeing the more it hurt your soul, and the more you want to see this thing crash, the more you want to see them people that get put to death, right? For them wickedness. Seeing, starting from the so-called white man, right, to 2/3 of our people, yo, right, and all of the other nations. See, yeah, and also had an article here, right, from biometricupdate.com, and it says ID 2020 and partners launch program to provide digital ID with vaccines, right? And yeah, ID, one of the partners of ID 2020, right, is, you guessed it, the Rockefeller Foundation, right? Microsoft as well, and you have some other partners involved as well, right? But I think it was very important, that I mentioned the Rockefeller Foundation and Microsoft, because majority of people know those two companies, right? Let's see. Right, and one from here, the Rockefeller Foundation involved, it ain't nothing good, right? As a matter of fact, none of this ain't nothing good, yo. Seeing, because all of this go against the scriptures of the Lord, how about Shemi Shai. Seeing, all of this go against the Lord. The Lord's doing, or not the Lord's doing. Seeing, but the law, the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Lord set you. You see me? All of this, right? The so-called white man, right? The banking elites, seen the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, right? All of them, especially them. You see me? All of them, right? Them ultimate goal is to rule the world, yo. See, which is why I gonna have them want to bring in them one world government. See, and the coronavirus thing, yo, the quarantine thing, see, all of the rules them where you hear pass about the self quarantine and how much people supposed to be in an area, the shutdown of schools, the shutdown of church, um the whole essential and non-essential workers, all countries basically are push the same dialogue, right? Because all of that come from one source, yo, seen, which goes back to the one world order, right? The one world government, basically. Seen. Some people might, some ignorant, dumb mother suckers, right? I gotta say, oh, it's the WHO, the World Health Organization, and yada yada yada. Who you think form them organization, they, yo, right? Them organizations, they have nothing to do with the people, quote unquote, right? But enough talking. Let's get into the article. It says ID 2020 Identity Program at its annual summit in New York, in collaboration with the government of Bangladesh, Vaccine Alliance, Gavi, and new partners in government, academia, and humanitarian relief. The program to leverage immunization as an opportunity to establish digital identity was unveiled by ID 2020 in partnership with the Bangladesh government's Access to Information A2I program. The Directorate General of Health Services and Gavi, according to the announcement, right? It says we are implementing a forward-looking approach to digital identity that gives individuals control over their own personal information, while still building off existing systems and programs, right? Which basically is a lie, you know what I mean? Because the whole goal of the friggin' ID 2020 or the microchip, you know what I mean, is for them to have control of everybody's identity. If that were the case, then why would you need an identity or a new or a new method of identification? You know what I mean? Don't once it goes digital, you're not the only person who has access to your identity or to your information, yo. You know what I mean? And as a lot of people supposed to at least have a slight idea of that, right? A lot of people supposed to have an idea, say, oh, look, anything you put on social media is no longer private or is no longer exclusive to you. See, a lot of people supposed to have at least a slight idea of that. You see me? So this whole ID thing and talking about individuals have control over their own personal information. Yeah, you have some control of it, yo. You see me? But it's all in the hands of the powers that be, right? Continuing, it says, while still building off existing systems and programs. And and another thing, right? If you believe that, look, if you believe that there isn't um um if you believe in your mind that there isn't a force or a power or a set of people in the earth where do all of these things for gain control over the masses, then you're a stupid, dumb idiot, right? And you deserve to be put to death by the Lord. How about Shemi Shai? You see me? You deserve what come to you, right? Continuing, it says, again, while still building of existing systems and programs, says Anir Chowdhury, right? Police advisor at A2I. Quote, the government of Bangladesh recognizes that the design of digital identity systems carries far-reaching implications for individuals, access to services, and livelihoods. And we are eager to pioneer this approach, right? Gavi, CEO Seth Berkeley, says that 89% of children and adolescents who do not have identification live in countries where the organization is active. A quote again, we are enthusiastic about the potential impact of this program, not just in Bangladesh, but as something we can replicate across Gavi-eligible countries, providing a viable route to closing the identity gap, he says. All right. Let's see. See if any. All right. Um, all right. So, hey, I'm not even not gonna read no further in this article, right? But yeah, you basically get the point, yo, right? The whole ID 2020 initiative, right, is to make sure that everybody have a digital identification, right, which in the form of a card, or them can just scratch that and say, yo, let's give everybody the chip. See, Microsoft, what's his name again? Bill Gates, right? Says is working with ID 2020, right? To give everybody a digital certificate, you know what I mean? For so-called coronavirus, those who have tested for it and those who have not tested, right? That's so. Right. For those who have the virus and those who tested positive and those who don't have it. Yeah, something like that. Right? That's what um Bill Gates and Microsoft are working on, yo. Seeing, and that what you think that digital identity, that digital certificate is, right? It may very well be the microchip, yo. Seen, right? And um see, fast forward to the future, right? Because with this whole corona thing, seen, because what can happen, or how can this lead to the chip, right? First thing first, you know, I mean, everybody basically under quarantine are supposed to be under quarantine, right? Every few days, you know, I mean, you see more and more pictures are come up about empty shelves in supermarkets, right? Seeing after a while, when all that food runs out and basically every area under some form of quarantine, right? Or a majority of some areas under quarantine, and people can't get out in order to buy food because they must say, oh, the number of cases going up. And I'm using Jamaica as an example here, right? Let's say them say, all right, we can't really just let out everybody, so or anybody like that. You know what I mean? We advise the public to stay indoors. We will go around and issue food and necessary supplies to those who need it, right? Because of the growing numbers of cases, right? We want to protect everyone, yada yada yada. Seen? So, right? Let's say that's the case, yo. You know what I mean? Them can simply well say, come in after a while when the famine hits, because they know the famine are gonna hit, right? And I have in my based on what I'm seeing, right? The famine can come in before the chip, right? The famine can lead to people have to take the chip, yo. Seeing that how it can happen, yo, right? In order for you get food or whatever, you have to take a vaccine and take this chip for mark yourself, say you're good or whatever. You see me? That's how that one of the way them how this thing can go down, yo. Right? And yeah, we all know that once you go that route, then there's no coming back. See? So, okay. All right, this is Revelation 13 and verse 16. And it says, and he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. And this is a perfect scenario, yo, for cause every single body upon the earth for one to take the chip. See? It, right? Cause it all, both small and great. So whether you want to be a higgler up on the street side or a big movie star, right? See, a lot of celebrities are come out to them of the corona, them test positive for the coronavirus. You have footballers, actors, so on and so forth. See? So this is a perfect case, right? If we get people, everybody to take the chip, we can fulfill this part of this the prophecy, right? Small, great, one. And I mean to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, right? So for things to go back to normal look, everybody have to do this. Watch you now, take a chip, right? Once you take the chip, then you're free to go up. Once you're good and free of the virus, you know what I mean? Or you take the vaccine if you have it or whatever, you know what I mean, and then you get a chip to say, oh, all right, you good. You see me? And then you can go back out in a society, right? You can use a chip for do whatever, so you don't have to hang cash on them little thing there. Go back out, you can go back out in a society, go do your thing, right? And then them are gonna just ban cash. Seeing no more cash purchases, no more cash payments. Seeing, all right. Says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right? Whoo! Seen? So, right, that it's just that easy. It's that easy to get people to take the chip, yo. Right? Because as I said, them are play upon the ignorance of the masses. Right? A lot of people now look into things. Them just a do because of the scare. A lot of people don't even ask them, don't not even ask or look into what this so-called coronavirus thing is. Is it real? Is it as deadly as what they must say? Right? Nobody don't know nobody will have the virus. And just a few celebrities come out and say, oh, them test positive. Come on, we all know the celebrities. We all know that these so-called celebrities, which would have fallen under the great and the rich and the great and rich, right? We know say yo them in the pockets of the devil, yo. Alright, so them can get them to say anything, can get them to do anything, right? In World War, in World War, right? Our propaganda, celebrities in most cases, or in a lot of cases, them use in actually rally the minds of the people. See? Not even just World War, yo, but in a lot of things, commercials, right? A lot of vehicle commercials. You see athletes in a vehicle commercials and clothes commercials. You see me? That are one of them tactics. See? Then yeah, pretty soon you might have some celebrities that come out and say, oh, them test for them get them vaccine and them get them chip and whatever. See? Alright. Let's see. World. Yeah. So we're gonna go into the word mark, and then we are gonna go into let me finish here first. It says, here is wisdom, let him that at understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600 Right, so going back to verse 16, we're gonna go into the word mark here, right? Can't break down Revelation 16 and don't go into the word mark, right? That way nobody can say they never know, say, oh, this thing was the mark of the beast or whatever. Right, so the word mark, it's basically a stamp, right? An imprinted mark, right? The mark branded upon, of Mark stamped on the forehead right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. The mark branded upon horses, thin carved, sculpture, graven work of idolatrous, right? Of idolatrous images. See? So basically what the chip is basically for control or for show is basically if you keep have a control right over the masses. Seen and how the definition be even use the mark branded upon horses, yo, right? And when you brand an animal, it basically show that you are the owner of that animal, right? See, as a matter of fact, right, these so-called these elites, right, them term or them deem everyone as chattel, right, which go back to cattle, yo, right, slaves, right, um, right, and oh, sorry, this is from the Greek word charagma. I didn't bring out the meaning, the Greek word, right? So from the Greek word charagma, right, which means a stamp, an imprinted mark, seen, to show basically to show. We're going to the root word for charagma, right? Um, which is charax, and the word charax basically is basically a pale or stake, a palisade or rampart, right? Pales between which earth, stones, trees, and timbers are heaped and packed together, right? And right, and if you actually look up the word stake or a pale, right? It basically goes into a something with a sharp edge or a sharp pointed edge, right? Um, the word pale from I think the word um sorry, yeah, the word impale comes from paleo, right? And when you impale, you basically bore something, yo, and to bore it, it have to be a sharp thing, right? And that basically goes into what um the syringe that them use to insert the chip in your skin. Seen the peel or the stake. Um, the Greek, the root of the word "charax" now is grapho, right? See there, grapho. Hold on, give me a second. 16. Mark. All right, let's play the word.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
Charagma. All right, and then we're gonna go into. Then we're gonna go into charax.
Strong's G 5482. Charax.
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 All right, seen, and then we go to grapho.
Strong's G 1125. Grapho. Grapho.
Right, and yeah, so the definition of to write, I reference to the form of letters, to delineate or form letters on a tablet, parchment, paper, or other material, right? So basically, this writing is gonna be in a code, in the form of a code, right? Which will be in the RFID chip, right? Now that code or that signal that is in that RFID chip will be unique to one person, right? That person that the chip in the will have the chip in them skin, seen, And in order for in order to use that chip, basically you scan it, right? And whatever it is that you want to do, right? Then you're gonna have the necessary machinery, you know what I mean, where that signal, right, or where that chip we're gonna be programmed to use that signal basically. You know what I mean? For lack of a better term, word, right? Right, yeah. Seeing so it says to write with reference to the form of letters, can, and that number or that signal, you know what I mean, is going to be tied to all your information, yo. Your identity will be tied to that chip. See, that and not for those who are being ignorant out there, you know what I mean. The chip now go hold every single information about you. It now go hold in the chip directly, right? The signal, however, the signal will go come from the chip or the that number or whatever, however it is that them use it, right? That is what I go bring up your information, or go be connected to your information, yo. See, continuing definition, it says to write with reference to the contents of writing, and this is the important part. It says to commit to writing things not to be forgotten, right? It says write down or record, uh, right? To write to one, right? To give information or directions. Seen. So you see how the chip scene eventually turns out to be what the scripture talk about, yo, right? Because all of that goes right back into the chip scene. And as I said before, the word, all right, and going back into the word kaisai stigma, the term kaisai stigma, right? The stigma basically means incision by a sharp instrument. See, so the scripture perfectly depicts what the chip is, what the mark of the beast is, and how it basically reach in your hand, yo. See, so for all who want to be ignorant and say, oh, them are gonna take them chip because it are gonna make life easier for them and irritate it. Well, go ahead, by all means, take a chip, yo. But just remember this scripture right here. Before you do that, just remember this precept right here. So, yo, this is Revelation 14, and it's verse 9. It says, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, right? Because really and truly, receiving the mark of the beast, yo, that chip, you basically choose a side, yo. As a matter of fact, let me get this real quick. This is Revelation 3 and 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, right? And the hour of temptation is that moment where you have to choose between the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and the devil, which is the so-called white man, Esau. See? It's either you choose the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? And die for freedoms for his sake, or you take the chip and die same way, yo. Right? Because if you take the chip, you basically show reverence to Esau, yo. You know what I mean? You basically assign yourself over to Esau, right? It's again, it says, because I was kept the word of my patience, which are the words in the scriptures, yo, where I tell we what will take place. Where I tell we say, yo, this the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. Right? It says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Right? So the whole world are gonna get tested. Right? Who them for? right? Which side are you on? Right? Are you on the Lord's side? Or are you on Esau's side? Right? Revelation 3 and 10. 4, 7. Just give me a second here. Alright, this is Revelation 13 again. And this time I'm gonna go to verse. This time I'm gonna go to verse 15, right? It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right. And the image of the beast basically is right, the image of the beast is the system what Esau are put together, where I put in place, right? The new society or the new world, the one world order where Esau basically are come with, right? Theme thing, seen, and the word worship, seen, right? The word worship comes from the Greek word proskuneo.
Strong's G 4352. Proskuneo. Proskuneo.
Right. And it says to kiss the hand, right? Towards to kiss the hand to one, right? In token of what? Reverence. Right? You're basically worshiping them. See, because of the situation with them bring upon the earth, you know what I mean? When you take the chip, you basically accept them as savior. If you get what I'm saying, right? Because of the situations we're upon the earth, right? The chaos we are going to go on, the famine where you probably are go through for probably 2 days, but you don't know people. Hey, we're weak. Your body is weak. You know what I mean? But your spirit is supposed to be weak, right? For your spirit strong, you're gonna resist that. Right? But as me I say, to kiss the hand, right? Or to reverence the situation where you're basically in a, you know what I mean? The quickest fix is to just take the chip. Right? In your mind, you see that the quickest fix is for just take the chip, right? Which are gonna cause a lot of people to get put to death according to the scriptures. Which we're gonna go back to right now. Revelation 14 and 9 again. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, right? So any man take the chip, you know what I mean? Anybody, not just man alone, because you have a lot of dumbass out there. You see me? Right? If anybody take the chip, and worship the image and the beast, you see me? And receive the mark, meaning you take on, you say, you take Esau as your God. See? It says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels. Right? You're gonna burn in the thermonuclear fire, right? And in the presence of the lambs. See? And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Right? Seen. Right. And as me I said before, look, we've been to speak these things, we've been to speak these prophecies, and now we finally see them take place. We finally see them come to pass, right? And this is gonna be the last scripture, you know what I mean, which comes from Habakkuk 2 and verse 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, right? But at the end it shall speak, gone. Right? So hey, we've been in the truth for a very long time. We've been a look for these things, you know what I mean? But guess what? It is for an appointed time, right? And this was the appointed time for these things take place, right? It says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Come. And like as me said in the first part of the video, everything that must happen right now. You know what I mean? It might carry on for a little while, because you don't know, say, yo, they Esau have to draw people out for actually want to take the chip, right? Which is where famine come into play. See? And that go cause people for willingly want to take the chip. See? So yeah, hopefully with that, this lesson was edifying. Alright, hopefully with that, this lesson was edifying. You know what I mean? Tawada Yao Bashim Yao Shai, Bashim Rakakodash. Once again, Kal Halal, Yahao Bashim Yao Shai, Bashim Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Greatness Stone, and shalom to the Akim pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. Right? This was Kazak from the GMS Jamaica camp. And until the next lesson, alright, peace be to you, brothers. Alright, we're gonna be out of here soon. Hopefully, Lord's willing, we all stay fervent, yo. Right? And for the Akim, we're probably never as fervent. Hopefully it was a faith builder for all of the Akim, yo. Right? This lesson and the times that we're in. Tawada again, Yahweh Shai. Shalom Akim.